To order.
Go ahead.
Do we have any announcements? No. Hey. Did you guys read the minutes? Because I would entertain a motion on the minutes if
So
somebody.
moved. Second.
Okay, who made the motion? Adam and then Ron. Okay,
I'm in favor.
all those in favor of approving the minutes as written, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Must be Michelle. Okay, we have no report on council actions. All right, so business item number 1. Ms. Christie.
So this is a discussion item for you guys.
A discussion item.
Mark, can you put the screen up, please? So this is for the Astaire subdivision. You got the minutes that you requested, and the discussion is to approve or deny the preliminary plat for Astaire subdivision based on your previous discussion and the new information that was presented to you in that memo. Unless you want to take a minute and do it. They're just thinking about their.
Well, guys, what do you want to do?
You want to step up there? Okay.
I don't know what your discussion was in Cancun, so I'll just listen.
Do we know what the fence type is that's lining Falls?
Is that for Christie?
What, sorry, what was that?
The fence type that,
The highlighted green part, I think, refers to the question about the fencing,
Yes.
because it was a question about whether or not it was on a berm or whether it was CMU block or what.
Right, so.
But it says that it's 6 feet tall, of the same material type as that lining the east side of Steel Falls.
Correct.
So
That's what's in the development agreement. That's what was approved ultimately during the third and final project hearing.
does that mean the easiest way is to make a motion that it be approved, but they have to build their fence out of the same type as the Steel Falls as in the original property agreement?
Yeah, so currently, let's see, I think I can move from this just a second. So the development agreement as it stands currently, which if you were going to make any changes to that and do something beyond what the development agreement says, I'm not sure legally if we'd have to go through the process to change the development agreement. It states here that it's 6 feet, as you just mentioned, material that matches Steel Falls. There were multiple public hearings. This is what was approved. The motion from you would be to either approve or deny the project based on the fact that it complies with this current development agreement.
So if I remember right, we had a property owner that was here that took issue saying that they needed the fence to be what she was saying, the block wall or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
But the developer that's proposing this current project, I think he was saying just a vinyl fence, right?
Correct. That's what matches the development agreement that got approved. The block wall was discussed in a previous application that was denied.
Okay.
So what are you guys gonna do?
Ago, was just to go back and research the conversations that happened. And we did determine that the block wall was discussed in a previous application. That application was denied. That conversation did not carry forward. The conversation that did carry forward, or the conditions, I should say, that did carry forward are what are in the development agreement.
So it was basically property owners remembering a meeting that was some time ago.
Yeah, and it was a conversation that happened.
Yeah.
It did happen.
Yeah, I don't deny that, but
It was just part of a
different.
different type of a development.
Madam Chair, I'll make a motion that we approve the subdivision preliminary plat approval of the Astaire subdivision, including 31.36 acres, 220 lots for single-family residential. It's a whole lot there. 9.98 acres, one lot for assisted living, 10.13 acres, 3 lots for commercial land uses, and all of the above in that motion. For Kent Brown representing CIFF Enterprises LLC with all conditions of staff.
I'll second that.
Okay.
Discussion on the motion? Should we be a little bit more, should we be a little bit more specific to the development agreement? Because I think that's what was in question, is we were asking for clarification on that.
Do we really need to be? I mean,
That hasn't changed, so
written
I was
pretty
just wondering if we
specifically.
just,
Yeah, and I think that's what Christie was mentioning, is that it's all
Nothing's
in there.
changed.
So I think that it's okay. I don't think we have to specify, because I think it is per the agreement. So I think we're okay. Christie, you think?
Any other discussion?
Thanks, Jeff, though. Thanks for checking on that, though.
oh, I was gonna third it.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to approve. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, that carries. Business item number 2.
You know, you guys ought to go up there and at least look and see what you're approving. Madam Chair? I mean, there's a 4-foot differential between the upper and the lower.
Madam Chair, I just wanted to report on, I'm sorry I didn't get in here quick enough, but the action items for council, they did approve the design review for multifamily and the changes to design review. That was a long time ago that you heard that, but I just wanted to report back that that's a significant one for us. We're going to start seeing more at the design review committee, more multifamily than we ever have, and so they did approve it with all of the recommendations you had, except for one thing, and that was to remove the exception for the 25% glazing for multifamily housing. So what that means is you had recommended on to them that there be, that we take out the exception so that 25% glazing for each wall of multifamily housing would still be required, and then that the design review committee could remove or could waive that condition on a case-by-case basis. The council just decided to, sorry, did I say that wrong, Christy? The design review wanted it to stay so that, yes, that's right. The design review wanted it to stay, and into the design review code so that they had to provide 25% glazing and they could waive it. And then you recommended that on to city council. City council said, no, multifamily shouldn't have to meet that 25% glazing for privacy reasons, and that they would have to put glazing in that was for egress and ingress for building code anyway. So that was their decision. Everything you had recommended except for that.
Thank you. Okay, business item number 2.
I don't necessarily have much to present on this. This is for the in-home daycare for 8 to 12 children, RD zoning district. We met with engineering to discuss the possible off-street parking situation, and this is what was agreed to. And I present that to you.
Are they gonna end up trying to put a gate or something from Alexis Way as the alternative, or who knows?
Chairwoman and Commissioner Miller, Lexi's Way is private, so they were not looking at that. So what they are looking at is putting in a concrete driveway and pad that will provide for the ability for cars to come in, turn around, back out, and come back out onto Greenhurst without needing to back into the street.
Easy.
Thank you.
Seems pretty reasonable to me.
Yeah, I don't have issue. Good looks.
It's got a tight fit there, so I'll go ahead and make a motion that we approve the conditional use permit for an in-home daycare for 8 to 12 children in an RD two-family duplex residential zoning district at 3424 East Greenhurst Road for Dionisia J. Navarro de Sanchez, with conditions of staff according to the map drawing that was presented.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to approve the conditional use permit. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, that carries. All right, it is past 7, so we'll go on to public hearing. Number 1, do we have the applicant here for Banner Park subdivision? Yep.
Good evening. For the record, Jaden Schneider, 3625 North Carlene, Garden City. Overall, very small subdivision, 4 lots on just under an acre of land, 3 buildable lots, 1 common lane for the access and most of the utilities throughout the entire subdivision. There's a 25-foot landscape buffer off of 20th Ave into Lot 1, which is an easement that's added onto the final plat. It's already been looked at by planning, and they're happy with it. And overall, none of the conditions that we saw from planning and zoning we have a disagreement with. So we're very happy with it, and I want to thank planning and zoning for their effort on this one. Do I need to stand for questions?
Not unless we have someone we get
Okay.
done.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair and Commissioners. The action requested tonight is the recommendation of approval, denial of a short plat for Banner Park subdivision located at 516 20th Avenue North for 2 fourplex lots, 1 duplex lot, and 1 common lot. The property is located inside city limits and is zoned RD. It is surrounded by RD zoning with single-family homes to the north and east, the railroad to the south, and single-family homes and duplexes to the west. All utilities are available to the site. There are a handful of higher density developments within a half mile, which I pointed out here on this map for your reference. The lot totals 0.958 acres, just less than an acre, and is comprised of 3 buildable lots and 1 common lot, being the common lot being the shared access drive. The 2 larger parcels are proposed 4-plex lots, and the middle lot being the 1 duplex lot. That will total equal just under 10 dwelling units an acre. There will be a 25-foot landscape buffer from 20th Avenue North as part of lot number 1. We received comments from engineering stating corrections to the plat, which I can go over if requested. Nampa Fire Department did an analysis in addition to conditions that they requested. The development would be 1.3 miles from Fire Station 1 with a response time of 5 minutes. It will increase personnel demand by 0.009 positions. Nampa School District does not have any concerns regarding capacities, and students would attend the following schools. Endeavor Elementary, which is 0.9 miles away, East Valley Middle School, which is 3.6 miles away, and Skyview High School, which is 3.4 miles away. Staff found that the plat meets the requirements for lots in the RD zoning district and is deemed compliant. The landscaping plan was reviewed and approved by Doug Critchfield in the Planning and Zoning Department. 1027.2 outlines the subdivision regulations. 1027.4F outlines regulations regarding short plats, which allows for an abbreviated process we are going through. Staff finds that the short plat conforms to zoning codes and subdivision standards pertaining to lot division. Should you choose to vote to recommend approval to City Council, staff would suggest the following conditions, which are listed in your staff report, in addition to any of those that which you wish to add to that. And I will stand for any questions.
Anyone have any questions? We'll go on to public hearing. Is there anybody online? I had this little sign-up thing saying perhaps Amanda Ranke would be on or not.
I believe there was some confusion with that request. She submitted multiple requests for multiple public hearings.
Okay. And I don't see anybody here, so I would entertain a motion to close public hearing.
So moved. Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to close public hearing. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, public hearing's closed. You guys have any questions for the applicant or staff? Or does somebody want to make a motion?
Madam Chair, I think it's a good fit, good looking project. I'll make the motion. If there's no further discussion to recommend approval of the subdivision short plat for Banner Park subdivision in an RD zoning district for Jaden Schneider representing Bronze Bow Inc. with all conditions of staff.
I'll second that.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to recommend approval. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, that's it. And we are adjourned.
Don't get used to it.